There was a man who had been kept inside a museum since childhood. People came to see him like he was an animal. Tourists stared at him in amazement, but he didn't care. He never had to worry about money or food. Everything was free. He had space to walk around, new rooms to explore, and a comfortable life. Compared to the outside world, it felt like paradise. One day, his caretaker brought him some good news. In a little while, you're getting a female neighbor. After spending 30 years alone, his face lit up with happiness. From the very next day, he started taking care of himself. He woke up early, exercised, groomed himself, and for the first time, wore perfume to make a good impression. Then, the day finally came. The door that had stayed shut for decades slowly opened, and a beautiful young woman walked in. She paused for a moment, then stepped inside and ran straight to the window, as if she was searching for something. She rushed from one room to another. She didn't care at all about the surprise the man had prepared for her. She had only one thing on her mind: finding a way out. The moment she saw the tourist in the hallway, she panicked and hid in a corner. Slowly, she peeked outside. Everyone was smiling, as if they were watching a show. The man couldn't understand why she was so scared. To him, a stress-free life was the greatest happiness. But when he saw the girl quietly crying, his heart melted. To cheer her up, he made a delicious frozen meal, but she wouldn't even touch it. She didn't like anyone watching her eat, so the man took a bite first to show her it was safe. The girl asked, "What's in it?" He smiled and said, "A blend of 18 artificial flavors mixed perfectly." The girl shouted, "This food doesn't feel real." He replied, "Nothing here is real. Not the food, not the water. Even the stairs are fake. Everything here is an illusion." Hearing her words made him feel sad. To change the subject, he said, "I'm tired. I want to sleep now." Then he smiled and asked, "Would you like to sleep together and plan for children?" The girl calmly replied, "No, thank you." Heartbroken, he went back to his room. That night, he quietly covered her with a blanket and placed his favorite toy beside her. The next morning, when the girl saw the toy, her eyes filled with tears. That's when an idea came to her. The next morning, the man noticed all his belongings were gone. Everything he had treasured for 30 years was beautifully displayed against the glass wall. He had never seen anything like it before. The girl said, "This is the real world, the home of humans." He looked confused and asked, "Then, isn't this home?" The girl explained that robots now ruled the world. Fewer than 100 humans were left on Earth. That's why he had been raised inside this museum, just like a panda in a zoo. That night, for the first time, he desperately wanted to escape. The next morning at breakfast, he placed a fake tree beside them so the caretakers wouldn't notice. Then he told the girl, "In a few days, the cleaning worker will come with a trolley. I'll hide you inside it and get you out of here." The girl asked, "What about you?" He smiled and said, "There's only enough room for one person in the trolley." The girl held his hand and said, "Don't worry, I have another plan." When the cleaning worker arrived, the girl hid inside the trolley, and her plan worked perfectly. She escaped to freedom, while the man was left alone once again. The very next day, his caretaker started asking where the girl had gone.